University Senate meeting. I want, I guess, in the spirit of something that was discussed while I was not in the room last time, I think I should let people know, in case it's not obvious, that filming is happening. If you are not happy with this, with yourself being filmed, then you need to just not be here. That's the only alternative with respect to that. Now to just move on, I'd like to go ahead with the approval of the minutes for March 8th of 2012. I wonder if anybody would like to move that we approve the minutes. So moved. Thank you, Susan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. Thanks. Is there any discussion? I thought there might be.
We need some small amendments to the minutes. If we can look towards the end of the minutes, please.
I'm sorry, where did you want to look at?
Is it towards the end? So it'd be
I suspect a little further down.
Further down.
Further down?
A little further.
I think it's that paragraph that bridges the two pages. Is that it, Jonathan?
In the first place, if you look at the highlighted section there, bold section rather, figure 6.5.2 would actually be 6.5.1, as it is in the previous bold section.
The bold red, got it in blue.
You see on the left-hand margin, 6.5.2.
right there.
Oh, there in the.
Yes,
Okay.
6.5.1.
So in your motion,
Yes.
it should be 6.5.1 instead of 6.5.2.
Secondly, if we look a little further on to the next line, following further discussion, John Youngest elects to call the question, passed without dissent. That actually should be the motion to call the question passed without dissent, not the question passed without dissent. So
Are
I'm
these-
looking to section.
Okay, so you're saying that the question, the issue here is that pass without dissent is ambiguous?
Yes.
So
it
you
refers
want the
to
clarity of
motion to call the question
pass
passed
without
without
dissent?
dissent.
I got that.
Not the
Okay,
question
Molly's got
itself
that.
passed.
And I think we're taking these, at least, as, can we take these as friendly amendments? Is that, 6.5.1
It makes
and
what we did
that?
clear.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
a tidying up of wording.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is acceptable. Then thirdly, the next line, a faculty member requested a ballot vote. Should read, Sandra Gott requested a secret ballot vote. That was the Senate member who requested it.
Well, in my view, a ballot vote implies secret, so I think that is clear there, but.
Well, it would make it clearer, and I think there's no reason for not having the name of the senator if we know it. So that should read, Sandra Gott requested a secret ballot vote. And if that's acceptable, there is a motion that we made at the last Senate, which I think was not reported in the minutes. And it's when, is it Andrew Torrance requested a vote on the sense of the Senate that they would not consent to have the session recorded. And that was passed by, not by a show of hands, but by voice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not quite what happened. Whether a sense of the Senate about whether or not we were disturbed that we were being recorded without notice. At which point, the vote was taken and people said, yes, we are disturbed, not that should we not be filmed, recorded.
And what other people recall from that.
Are there other,
No, I'm
you agree with Chris?
We should find out what people thought.
I thought
Anyone
the
else? Yeah.
I thought the minutes were fairly accurate. Torrance asked members if it would be good practice going forward to be informed ahead of time. I thought that was,
So you feel that that accurately reflected?
I don't, who knows, I can't remember yesterday.
Yeah. Other thoughts on this? That strikes me as a change that's not meeting with unanimous support.
Could we have a wording, what wording would we like to report what we do there?
Well, I believe that what Susan just said was the wording that's there accurately reports what she recalls.
Well,
I think the wording we have refers to future cases where it says Florence asked members if it would be a good practice going forward to be informed ahead of time of the Senate meeting going to be recorded or videotaped. And by a show of hands, I think this motion that I'm talking about that Andrew Torrance proposed was not voted on by a show of hands, but was really expressive of disapproval that the Senate was being filmed.
That's not great.
Would anybody like to, so I'm seeing some shaking heads, and I don't know if anybody would like to say something? I'm not sure everybody agrees with your reading of this.
I may be wrong, but I think probably the recording was turned off at this stage, so that we don't have a recording of what was said there. And I do believe that the Senate expressed disapproval of the fact that it was being recorded.
Well, I believe that, according to my understanding, anyone in the Senate can express a discontent or disapproval of being recorded. That's not any sort of an action that binds the Senate to anything, and it also doesn't bind the recorder to anything. So anyone in the Senate can say, I'm not happy being recorded, but that doesn't necessarily, that does not imply or state that the person who is doing the recording should not continue to record.
You're correct, of course, but I think the person doing the recording was induced to stop recording last time.
the person last time voluntarily stopped recording because he understood that it was taking away from the point that they were trying to make.
Okay, I see nodding heads and Raquel.
My recollection is that we took a voice vote, like without raising hands. It was the, all in favor, aye, all in favor, nay.
Voice vote? Hand vote, show of hands? I'm sorry, I was not in the room, so I have to ask for you all to guide me on this and to guide the body on this because I do not know. Was it a voice vote or a show of hands? Nobody remembers. Well, I guess I need to figure out whether we need to get some clarity on whether or not there is. I think that up until this this final amendment that you're suggesting to the minutes, there seems to be no argument from anybody on amending them as such. But I'm wondering, I'm hearing a fair amount of argument about your proposal that this particular line be amended. And so I think we need a resolution of some sort.
I think if colleagues are not clear in their recollections on this, let's not proceed with that revision, provided that the other revisions are acceptable. I will not pursue that one.
Is everybody happy with the other revisions? And the other revisions, just to recap, are making 6.5.2 into 6.5.1. Is that right? And that's as far as I can remember. What was the next one?
To insert the words.
Call the question.
Where it says call the question, he wants to say call the question on the motion.
The
motion passed. The motion to call the question passed without dissent.
The motion to call the question passed without dissent, and then The last one was, rather than saying a faculty member requested a ballot vote, Sandra Gott requested
A secret ballot vote.
a secret ballot vote. Is there any? So is everyone, okay, are you all comfortable with, or are you raising these as friendly amendments? I'm not sure what the terminology is. Okay, is everybody comfortable with this?
Minutes are our history, that's fine.
What?
Minutes are our history, I recommend we vote.
Oh, I was about to vote. I
Okay.
just want to make sure people are, vote on
Yeah.
vote on these things? Okay, all right. So you're recommending that these be made into a motion. Would you be willing to do that? Make those into, your amendments into a motion?
Yes.
Okay, a motion to amend the minutes as
Yes.
we just described. Would somebody be willing to second that? Thank you, Deborah. Is there any further discussion on that point? Okay, I'm not seeing any. So we're now going to vote not on the minutes as a whole, but on Jonathan's motion to amend the minutes, as has just been described. So all in favor of amending the minutes in the ways that we just discussed, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no, nay, yea. Okay, so now is there any further discussion of the minutes? Okay, hearing none, then let's take that to a vote. So all in favor of passing the newly amended minutes of the meeting of March 8th, is that right? March 8th, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion passes. Thank you, Jonathan, for your assistance with that, and thank you all.